How do professional cleaners wash microfiber cloths? That is a great question. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. The answer to the microfiber cloths is that we go all the way back to the cleaning process. While we're cleaning, we prevent cross-contamination by using different colored cloths and keeping our cloths separate. All right, so what this means is every color has a different purpose. So this, for example, would be for furniture polish, and this would be for bathrooms. So at a glance, this is a bathroom cloth, and I don't want to cross-contaminate it with a kitchen cloth, right? So when I'm done using a kitchen cloth, it goes inside a bag, not to be seen or used of again on that job. That way, when I go into the bathrooms, I'm not accidentally grabbing, I'm in a hurry, and I grab one from the kitchen and I use it in the bathroom, okay? So we prevent cross-contamination on the job by using different colored cloths. There are also different types of cloths. This is a glass cloth, and it has, you can tell from just looking at it, the polishing cloth for the furniture has a thicker, heavier pile to it. And the glass cloth has a really fine pile to it. And so we would want to make sure that even if we have similar colors, that we don't mix and match, because let's say that you got some furniture polish on your glass cloth, and then you went to clean the glass with it, it would smear, right? So you want to keep your cloths separate, and we do that by color. That just makes it easy on us. All right, when you get out to the car, we make sure that we separate all of our cloths in the car before we go to the next job. And the reason for that is it locks it into a specific place so that it is not accidentally removed or gets mixed with whatever you're taking to the next customer's house, because you don't want that to happen either. All right, so at the end of the day, you have either the back seat of your car or the trunk of your car has little compartments, and we just use little plastic shoe boxes so that it's easy to sort, and you only have 5 or 6 or 10 or whatever on every job. And so it's not a lot, but you have a few in every little shoebox. When you get back to your home base, wherever that is, we have 5-gallon buckets that we use. And you can buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's. I will leave links in the show notes. They're just a couple bucks, but they're 5-gallon buckets that we then take the sorted cloths and we drop them inside a bucket. All right, now, if the cloths are basically dry, you can leave them inside the bucket for a couple of days until you're ready to do a whole load of laundry of that color. And if you have wet cloths that are icky, you can fill the bucket full of water and leave them in the water with a little bit of laundry detergent. And this is laundry detergent from Costco, and it doesn't have any perfumes or dyes or whatever. It's just a very simple, gentle laundry detergent. And that way it will kind of loosen up all the gunk and the ick that's on the cloths themselves, and they can soak right in that bucket of water for a couple of days until you have enough for an entire load. All right, now, once you're ready to do the load of laundry, this is where it gets interesting. We have mesh bags that have zippers on them. And you just open up the zipper and you can add all of the cloths from your bucket into the mesh bag. And that allows you to wash your cloths just right inside the bag. Just throw the whole bag inside the washing machine. And that way it prevents this from picking up lint from other items that are inside the washing machine. So if you're not doing a load of just, let's say, orange cloths, then we want to recommend that you do use the mesh bag. And then you want to use like items. So for example, if I have an orange one that has furniture polish on it, and I have a blue one that has my stainless steel polish on it, these might be washed in the same load because they're both going to come fairly clean, but they're not going to mix with, let's say, my glass cleaners, for example, right? So you can wash them in the washing machine inside the mesh bags. And I will leave links in the show notes to the mesh bags as well. I highly recommend the mesh bags for all of your dusting mitts, because these are also microfiber. And although they're not cloths, we don't really want to mix these with our cloths. We want to keep them separate as well. So a mesh bag for the mitts. We also have all of our steamer pads that we use for mopping floors with. We keep these also in a mesh bag. And so this way you're adding different things into your washing machine. If you don't have enough for an entire load, you can wash a multiplicity of things. Now, the glass cleaners, I do recommend that you wash those separately. Those are going to be on a gentle cycle, and they're going to be not with all of your other microfiber cloths. All of the other microfiber cloths that we use for polishing, we use for cleaning the kitchens, the bathrooms, we're going to wash on a warm cycle. And we're going to put it on heavy-duty wash because we want the washing machine to agitate it and to really open up the cleaning for the cloths. When we're done, we have a couple of choices as far as drying the cloths. We can either hand dry them, which is my preference, But if you have a lot of them, you can throw them inside the dryer on low or no heat. Low or no heat. And you're not going to put any fabric cloths, any fabric sheets, or any fabric balls in there. Again, those are designed to remove static electricity. And we want to keep the static electricity, but that's why we pay the big money for the microfiber cloths, right? Right now, after they're washed, if you decide to hand dry them, there are lots of different racks that they sell. I'll leave links in the show notes to some racks. But my favorite is an over-the-door, right there in the laundry room, an over-the-door shoe rack. And it hangs on the door in one space, and every shoe, little hook that comes out, I hang a cloth on it. Now, it's not super cute, but it's very effective, and it dries very quickly. And you just pull them right off, and you fold them up, and you put them away. So that, again, there's no cross-contamination. Everything is right there at your fingertips. All right, so this is the process that professionals use, and it is scalable based on how many cloths you're cleaning. So if you're a solo cleaner and you only have 10 or 15 cloths a day, you can build those up and wash once a week by washing the different colors of cloths. And if you are a massive company and you have like buckets of these a day, instead of using a 5-gallon bucket, you use a great big garbage can, and then you do a load of laundry specifically for that particular color. And in that case, you don't need the mesh bags because the only thing that's inside your washing machine is going to be those orange cloths, okay? So it is scalable. It works really well. It's just a really tight system that keeps cross-contamination from all of your cloths from the time they come out of the washing machine till the time you clean a customer's house, to the time you bring them back and you put them back in the washing machine. I know, it's pretty awesome, right? All right, I hope this helps. If it does, please pass this on to a friend. If you've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.